Hello friends, this is Chaitanya Thani and I welcome you to a new video of Programming Central, that is getting started with Xamarin. So in this video I'm going to share my experience about starting Xamarin and what difficulty I have faced, what software I had to install, and how I created my first app in Xamarin. So guys, first thing is, like, I wanted to share is that I am no expert of Xamarin. I have created my first app, that is Hello World app, and the purpose of making this video is to share the experience of creating first app, to let you all guys know the difficulties I faced, so that the persons which are going to start Xamarin should be aware of these difficulties and what I've done to resolve these difficulties. So when I decided that I have to start Xamarin, so first question was that what softwares will I use? So I searched internet and I found that there are two IDEs which I can use. Well, first one is Xamarin Studio and another one is Visual Studio. So basically I'm a .NET guy. So first thought in my mind was Visual Studio and whatever latest version of Visual Studio is there, which is available for Xamarin development, right? But then also I searched on different platforms. I searched on different sites and different information available on internet, that which is the best suited ID for Xamarin development. And I found different feedbacks on this one. And basically what I found is that for Mac development, for iOS development, Xamarin Studio can be preferred, but otherwise for Android and for Windows Mobile, best suited IDE is Visual Studio. And otherwise also Visual Studio is a mature IDE and it has been there for many years now, and it has many tools, it has many plugins. So that way also Visual Studio is much more suited IDE, which I found, right? So I decided to start my Xamarin development with Visual Studio 2015. So first problem which I faced was that I was having some versions of Visual Studio with me. Basically, I was having highest version as Visual Studio 2030. So when I started installing Visual Studio 2015 in my machine, I encountered one error, and that I noted it down. This was that there was one update which was needed for installing Visual Studio 2015. So I went into searching for this update and I downloaded this update and I tried to install in my machine, but it didn't went through. It installed, it was some a certain percentage, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was something around 33%, right? And it installed up to that level and then it failed. I tried many times. I looked into many blogs, many other sites, and there was many other solution which was provided for this problem, but nothing went through. So finally, I had to format my system, and then only I was able to install Visual Studio 2015. So while installing 2015, you need to keep in mind two things. First thing is that you will get an option to install certain components, and you have to select cross platform mobile development, and in that you have to select this Microsoft emulator for Android if you want to use the emulator for Android, right? So you have to choose these two options while installing 2015. These will not be chosen by default, so you have to go and you have to choose this option, these two options, right? So once your Visual Studio 2015 is downloaded, you can start your project. And under this Visual C Sharp, you won't get this all these option, cross platform and iOS and all these option. You will get an option of Xamarin, and if you go to Xamarin, here you will shown a option of downloading Xamarin. And if you click on that download option, it will take you to download page, and you will get a download link. And from there you can download, you can select all the option, and you can download all the required component. And after downloading Xamarin, you can start your project. For the first application, I wanted to build Hello app for my Android device. So I went to this cross platform under Visual C Sharp, and I chose this blank app, and I started and I clicked OK. Here I am. So here you can see I have two applications. First one is app2.droid, then second one is app2.ios, and then app2. So here this app2.droid is application for Android, and this app2.ios is application for iOS app. And this one app2, this is shared code. That means this will be shared across Android and iOS application. So for example, if you want to create anything, if you want to create a UI for Android, then you will be creating this UI through this .droid app. And if you want to create some UI for iOS, then you have to create this UI for under this iOS. And you can write your business logic in this shared code, right? So here under this layout.xaml, you can go and you can open this layout.xaml. I don't need to create an app for iOS, so I can unload this project. So here you can see this is the interface for your first Android app, and it is hello world, click me. This will be shown as in your UI. So if you want, you can change this UI, right? And you can go to this resource designer.cs, and you can change this UI. You can change assembly name, you can change whatever you want. So you can go in this main activity.cs, and you will find that whatever UI is there, whatever UI elements are there, you can write event for these UI elements, right? You can go to this main.xaml, and you can see properties of main and this particular UI button. You can see its name and whatever things you want to access, you can change here. And for any change in coding, for any change in functionality, you can go to this main activity.cs, and you can change the code here. So what I want is like right now code is once you click the button, then counter will be increased. You can see if you click the button, then counter will be increased, and that will be shown in your UI. So what I'm doing is I'm changing text of this message, and I'm building this app. For now I'm writing this code here only in this Android application only. I'm not using shared class, but we'll be using in later videos related to Android or related to any related to Xamarin. So I'm building this app. So my build is complete. Viewers who are not in any mobile development, we need to run any mobile application in emulator. Emulator is a virtual tool which emulates your mobile device, right, in your machine. So here I have some by default emulator, by default mobile device configured in my emulator. So I'm going to run my emulator through this play button. So I have developed some small application in PhoneGap also, and I have seen Android emulator also, so it was pretty slow. But this one I used is much faster than that. So that is kind of USP of Xamarin, I can say. So here you can see my device has started, and it took around less than 2 minutes. And if I open and I go to app, you can see my app is there, and this is my message: 2 clicks by Programming Central, and that counter is increasing. So here my app is running in emulator, and if you'll go to this folder, let me go to folder. So if you go to this folder, and if you go to obj debug, if you go to bin debug, you can find this signed APK. You can find two APKs here. If you'll try to install this APK directly in your Android device, then it will not install this APK because it is not signed. So you have to use this APK. And second thing is, for Android devices, you have a setting which allows you to install a software, install a app from unknown sources. So if you have that setting enabled, then only you can install this APK. So for that setting, if you go to settings, and you have to go to security, and under security you have to go to unknown sources. Yeah, that one. So you have to click that checkbox to be able to install that your Android app in your Android device. Other thing is, which I need to mention is, I got two problems while running my first Android app. That one is, while I was for the first time, when I tried to run my Android app on emulator, I got this error. You can see this one. Let me zoom it. This one, and I have copied it, so you can see this error. And this error, I mean, I searched from some of the links, and I got this link, which I'll copy in my description, video description. And from this link I got an idea that the version of JDK I was using was incorrect. So this link through this link I was from this link I went to this options, and in the options I went to Xamarin, and in Xamarin I went to Android setting, and this version by default is 1.7. So I changed it to 1.8, and after that I was able to run this Android app in emulator. Second thing, when second issue I got is, when I tried to run this when I tried to install this Android app on my Android device, that issue was that I copied this APK file, signed APK file, into my Android device, and this was installed successfully. But when I tried to run it, I encountered some exception. So I search for this issue also, and through suggestion I got is that for running it into a device in emulator, it runs fine, but if you want to run it into a device, you have to build it in release mode, right? So you have to build it in release mode, and then from release mode you have to go back, and you have to go to bin, and then you have to go to release, and then from there you have to pick this APK file. So let me finish the build, and after build I'll get this APK file in release folder also. So that APK file I can run on any Android device also. So here I build it, and simply by building you will not get APK file, you have to run it in emulator also. So once you run it in emulator, you will get an signed APK in release folder, and this signed APK file you can take into any Android device and you can install that, and it will run fine there. So that was all about my first Android app, and my getting started with Xamarin. And I've just started into this, looking into Xamarin, and I'll be exploring it further. And whatever I learn, I'll try to share it in my YouTube channel. programming center. And thanks for watching. And if you like the video, please click on like. Please leave a comment if you have any question or any suggestion. We'll try to answer, and we'll try to respond each and every question and suggestion. And please subscribe to our channel if you want to get regular notification, and it will also motivate us. And thanks again, and goodbye, and cheers. Thank you.